Welcome to the world of rare Australian 5 coins, where ordinary change can unlock extraordinary wealth. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins ever discovered. This isn't just pocket monies, a hidden treasure that could make you rich overnight. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn might change the way you see every coin in your collection. Welcome to the world of rare Australian 5 coins, where ordinary change can unlock extraordinary wealth. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins ever discovered. This isn't just pocket monies, a hidden treasure that could make you rich overnight. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn might change the way you see every coin in your collection. Welcome to the world of rare Australian 5 coins, where ordinary change can unlock extraordinary wealth. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins ever discovered. This isn't just pocket monies, a hidden treasure. The 2006 Australian 5-cent coin, featuring the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, may appear small and ordinary. But hidden within certain examples lies an extraordinary value that could transform your life. This isn't just a coin, it's a key to a fortune. A silent symbol of unimaginable wealth hiding in plain sight. Simple as it looks, some rare variants of this coin have stunned the coin collecting world with their market value, sparking a frenzy among collectors who understand what these coins are truly worth. If you're holding one of these hidden treasures, you might unknowingly be holding something worth $1 million or even more. The obverse of the 2006 5-cent coin proudly displays the profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which was used in Australian coinage from 1998 until the end of the Queen's reign. But in rare cases, collectors have identified coins where the Queen's portrait appears misaligned, softly struck, or even doubled phenomena typically caused by minting errors. These mint errors are not mere flaws. They are what turn ordinary coins into legendary rarities. When these errors occur and go unnoticed into circulation, they become the holy grail for numismatists. And when paired with historical relevance, their value explodes. The reverse side of this coin features the iconic echidna, designed by Stuart Devlin, a design that has become synonymous with the 5-cent denomination in Australia. But some 2006 examples show signs of striking anomalies: extra lines among the spines, doubling around the edges, or a ghosting effect on the lettering. These subtle differences can mean the coin was struck with a damaged die or experienced a double strike, both of which are indicators of extreme rarity. It's these tiny details, often missed by the untrained eye, that can separate a common coin from a $1 million treasure. The year 2006 itself holds importance in the broader timeline of Australian coin production. It was a period of mass coin circulation, but also experimentation and modernization in minting techniques. With changes in pressure calibrations, planchet quality, and die usage, occasional errors were bound to happen. What makes the 2006 5-cent coin special is that, despite its high mintage, only a handful of unique errors may exist, making them extremely hard to find. That scarcity is what drives the value into the stratosphere for collectors who prize one-of-a-kind pieces. What's even more intriguing is that many of these valuable variants were never officially acknowledged by the mint. That means no records, no announcements, and no way of knowing exactly how many exist. This secrecy only adds to the legend. Imagine a coin that wasn't meant to exist, accidentally struck, slipped into circulation, and now worth hundreds of thousands or even millions, because it was overlooked for years. That's the power of the 2006 5-cent coin with rare characteristics. It turns everyday pocket change into a global sensation among serious collectors. As Queen Elizabeth II's era becomes part of numismatic history, coins bearing her image gain massive sentimental and historical value. The 2006 version, still relatively modern yet nearly 2 decades old, has become a symbolic relic from her final active decades on the throne. In the years to come, as Australia continues to transition its coinage to feature King Charles III, Coins like the 2006 5 cent with rare errors will become even more sought after, especially those carrying the last royal legacy and the mystery of minting imperfections. These coins have already sparked massive interest in coin communities, auctions, and private collector circles. Some specimens have traded hands quietly for staggering amounts, while others are still hidden, lying forgotten in jars, drawers, and old wallets. The dream of discovering one of these rare 2006 5 cent coins is real, and it has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. The only question is, have you checked yours? That small silver coin you've been ignoring could be the beginning of a fortune. So if you're watching this video, take a moment, go through your change, inspect every 5 cent coin from 2006 and look closely. Examine the edges, the portrait, the echidna. You're not just looking at metal, you're looking at a potential miracle. This coin might not only bring wealth, but also bring you into the spotlight of the numismatic world. Remember, it's not always the big things that change lives sometimes. It's the smallest coin in your hand that holds the greatest power. The 2003 Australian 5 cent coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, might look like an everyday piece of change. But in the world of numismatics, this particular year holds secrets that can turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. This coin is not just part of currency, it's part of a hidden history, an accidental rarity, and a collectible that continues to surprise collectors and auction houses with its rising value. While millions were struck for general circulation, a tiny number of these coins were minted with peculiar variations that have transformed them to treasures worth staggering amounts. At first glance, the obverse bears the familiar regal profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a portrayal used from 1999 onward. But among the 2003 coins, collectors discovered unusual anomalous. Some were struck with off-center designs. Some featured doubled edges or ghosted inscriptions. Others appeared with die cracks that created unique visual distortions across the Queen's image. These weren't just common minting flaws. They were rare errors, and in numismatics, error coins are among the most sought-after discoveries. A simple die rotation or planchet misfeed from this year could send the value soaring into thousands if authenticated and graded. The reverse carries Stuart Devlin's iconic echidna, design that has stood firm for decades on the 5 cent coin. But in 2003, there were cases where the strike on the echidna side was faint or uneven, indicating a weak die or misaligned press. These aren't just technical mishaps, they create rare variants that collectors dream about. Imagine finding a 5 cent coin with a ghosted echidna or a design that appears pressed into the rim. These aren't common. They're extreme rarities that often go unnoticed in the hands of someone unfamiliar with coin errors. Yet to an expert, they could represent a life-changing discovery. What sets the 2003 5 cent coin apart isn't just the possibility of errors, it's the timing. By 2003, the Royal Australian Mint had modernized much of its equipment, reducing error rates. So when mistakes did happen, they were even rarer, and that rarity drives demand. Fewer errors meant any. Surviving mistake coins from this year are not just rare, they are ultra rare. And rarity equals value. Collectors worldwide are in a constant hunt for these unexpected gems, especially those in pristine condition or holding a confirmed minting flaw. Speculation in the collector community also points to a rumored batch of 2003 5 cent coins minted using planchettes meant for other denominations or even foreign blanks. While official confirmation remains scarce, a few documented cases have added fuel to the fire. These coins may weigh differently, ring at a higher pitch, or appear with a distinct shine or coloration. A single discovery like this can ignite a bidding war at auction, driving prices far beyond what anyone would expect from a simple 5 cent piece. That's how myths become million-dollar realities in coin collecting, even without a confirmed error. Grade 2003 5 cent coins, especially those graded MS67 or above, are in very limited supply. The majority of these coins circulated heavily, and wear is often obvious, but the few that were kept untouched in mint sets or rolls are growing in value each year. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value, and with time, the supply of mint state. Coins dwindles, while demand only grows. A flawless 2003 specimen could quietly be worth thousands. Hiding in someone's collection or pocket change, there's also emotional value tied to this coin. For many Australians, coins from the early 2000s feel like modern artifacts from there. Own lives pieces that link memory, culture, and personal history. Collectors are not just looking for financial investment. They are chasing a connection to the past. The 2003 5-cent coin becomes a tangible reminder of everyday life that unexpectedly transformed into a symbol of wealth. And it's this blend of nostalgia, rarity, and mystery that gives it such captivating power, all across Australia and beyond. People are rediscovering their old jars of coins, inherited collections, or forgotten wallets, suddenly realizing the potential value of what once seemed trivial. And this is why the 2003 5-cent coin continues to capture attention, not because it screams rarity, but because its true value lies in the details most overlook. Those willing to study, to search, and to understand what makes this coin special are the ones who may one day hold a piece worth millions. So, if you're watching this video and thinking, could I have one of those? The answer might be yes. Check your coins, look closely, and don't ignore the smallest denominations. The 2003 Australian 5-cent coin might just be your unexpected ticket to unimaginable fortune, because it's not just a coin, it's a hidden gem, a quiet giant, and a potential billionaire maker hiding in plain sight. The 1966 Australian 5-cent coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is far more than just a piece of early decimal currency. It's a symbol of transition. It's a rare opportunity for collectors, and in some cases, a doorway to unimaginable wealth. Very first year, Australia introduced decimal coins to replace the old pounds. Shillings and pence system, 1966, stands as a historic milestone in the country's monetary history. The 5-cent coin minted in that year holds particular significance, as it marked the beginning of a new economic era, and with it came some unexpected treasures that today can be worth millions to the right. Collector. On the obverse of the 1966 5-cent coin is the youthful, refined portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold McCann. This design became one of the most iconic representations of the Queen and appeared on many Commonwealth coins. However, in 1966, the mint was working under intense pressure to produce vast quantities of new decimal coins quickly. This rush led to a variety of minting anomalies, such as weak strikes, misaligned dies, and incorrect planchette usage, especially within the early batches. If you happen to find a 1966 5-cent coin with such errors, particularly one struck on a foreign or silver planchette by mistake, you may be holding a numismatic fortune in your hands. The reverse of the coin, designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin, features the echidna spiky and distinctive Australian animal. While this reverse remained consistent across many years, subtle differences can be found in early 1966 versions, especially in the shape of the spikes, alignment of lettering, and rim details. Some 1966 coins show a double rim or faint doubling of the echidna's features, which are often the result of die deterioration or improper striking. These rare visual differences, if authenticated, can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's grail item worth tens of thousands, or even more, depending on condition and rarity. There's also an incredible twist to the 1966 5-cent coin story rumors, and confirmed sightings of examples struck on silver blanks. During the production shift, some leftover silver planchets from earlier coins may have accidentally been used in the minting machines. A genuine silver 5-cent coin from 1966 is not only a minting mistake, but an extreme rarity, since Australia's 5-cent coin was never intended to be struck in precious metal. The value of such a coin is astronomical due to its blend of error, history, and material worth. If graded and authenticated, it could easily fetch a 6- or 7-figure sum. At auction, another reason this coin holds such powerful value is its emotional and national significance. This was the first generation of coins Australians used under the new decimal system. It represents a break from the colonial currency and the start of a more modern, sovereign financial identity. Collectors often pay premiums for first issue coins, and when those coins also contain hidden errors or unexpected compositions, they become legendary. The 1966 5-cent isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of national transformation. It holds immense appeal across generations of collectors. Despite millions of these coins being produced, very few have survived in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially with rare features. Most circulated heavily and now appear worn. But if you come across a sharply struck 1966 5-cent in pristine condition with full detail and no wear, it could be incredibly valuable. Grading services may assign it a high mint state rank. And for collectors chasing the best specimens from milestone years, they're willing to pay extraordinary prices. Even without errors, condition alone can launch this coin's value into the thousands. What makes this coin even more exciting is that it's still out there, waiting to be discovered. People don't usually pay attention to their small change, and the 5-cent coin often slips under the radar due to its size. That's what makes it the perfect treasure hidden in plain sight. Many incredible 1966 5-cent coins have been found in inherited collections, old coin jars, and even in the pockets of vintage clothing. The idea that such a rare and valuable item could be waiting in your home makes this coin an irresistible mystery to collectors and treasure hunters alike. So, if you're watching this video and thinking this couldn't possibly be real, think. Again, the 1966 Australian 5-cent coin has already changed lives. It carries a powerful mix of history, error potential, and collectible demand that makes it one of the most fascinating pieces in Australian numismatics. Look closely at the coins in your collection, pay attention to the details, and don't underestimate the power of this small yet mighty coin. The 1983 Australian 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II might seem like a common piece of pocket change, but hidden beneath its small, unassuming frame lies a world of value that only a handful of collectors truly understand. This particular year holds a powerful mystique because despite being a year of transition and modernization at the Royal Australian Mint, the 5-cent coin was reportedly not released for general circulation. That makes the 1983 5-cent coin a ghost in Australia's numismatic records. Coin that technically shouldn't be in anyone's hands. Yet it is whispered about in elite collector circles and occasionally surfaces in rare auctions with staggering price tags. The obverse of the coin carries the elegant and time-honored portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin, who sculpted Her Majesty with regal poise and subtle grace. This design was used widely during the late 20th century and became iconic across all Commonwealth countries. But in 1983, something curious happened to this 5-cent coin. Bearing this familiar profile, was minted, but not widely distributed. Very few examples were ever confirmed in circulation, making it incredibly rare. When a coin is both officially minted and unofficially released, its value can skyrocket, especially when time has obscured its origins. On the reverse, you find Stuart Devlin's iconic Echidna dezena, a spiny native creature that has become the face of Australia's 5-cent denomination. This reverse side is identical to earlier years, but it is not the design that makes this coin extraordinary. It is its near absence from public hands. A few examples may have leaked out through mint sets, mispacks, or mint workers' hands, but their scarcity has transformed them into legendary finds. For collectors who specialize in decimal rarities, the 1983 5-cent coin is the kind of once-in-a-lifetime discovery that could change your financial destiny. Adding to the mystery, the Royal Australian Mint was undergoing changes in coin production and quality control during the early 1980s. That opens up the door to the possibility of error coins. Coins struck off metal, on incorrect planchets, or with minor yet valuable anomalies such as doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. If such an error exists on a 1983 5-cent coin, its rarity would be compounded exponentially. A coin like that wouldn't just be worth thousands, could easily demand 6 figures, or even approach the $1 million mark, if authenticated by a top-tier grading authority. The coin's historical and emotional value is equally powerful. It represents a hidden chapter in Australia's minting history. It's an invisible year where the 5-cent coin quietly slipped into obscurity. It's this mystery that fuels desire among collectors, driving up both the demand and the price. When something is lost, rare, and full of questions, it becomes priceless. And this coin, more than most, encapsulates that feeling of hidden wealth waiting to be discovered by someone willing to look closely at their everyday change. There are countless stories in the collecting world of individuals I've found seemingly ordinary coins in old jars or family collections, only to learn that they were holding a rare and valuable piece. The 1983 5-cent is exactly that type of coin, one that might still be hiding in drawers, old wallets, or inherited collections, quietly waiting to reveal its worth. It has already reached legendary status in numismatic circles, and as time goes on, its scarcity only grows, which means its value is rising rapidly, year after year. When people think of valuable coins, they often imagine gold or large denominations. But the true treasures are often small, overlooked pieces like this one. The 1983 5-cent coin is a perfect example of how something tiny and silent can hold incredible power. Its value is not in its metal, but in its story, its mystery, its disappearance, and its surprise reappearance in the hands of a lucky collector. That makes it far more than currency. It becomes a rare artifact, a conversation piece, and a gateway to massive financial opportunity. So if you're listening to this and wondering whether you might be sitting on hidden wealth, now is the time to take action. Dig through your old coins, check your inherited collections, and inspect every 5-cent piece from 1983. You're not just looking for a coin, you're searching for a key to unimaginable fortune.